Hi, I'm Crystal, and my crafty friend Lori June from @sarcastically60something asked for a demo of my die cut machine. If you're looking at these at a garage sale or thrift store, if the handle cranks and it doesn't make an awful grinding and clanking noise, then the machine works. In addition to the basic machine, this is a Sizzix Big Shot, you will need a die or dies. This is a steel rule die. This is the thin steel die that most of us are familiar with. And this machine will also take embossing folders. It will also do foiling or letterpress. I don't do either of those things, so I don't have those to demo. But these basic manual machines will do all those different things. Now, in addition to the machine itself, you will need these hard cutting plates. And these are the two hard cutting plates that I've been using for about a year. And let's start by cutting one of these thick steel rule dies. So in order to do that, I'm going to start by putting down one plate at the bottom. I'm going to put my die face up. Then I'm going to put my piece of cardstock on top, and then the top plate on top of that. And then I'm going to crank it through the machine. Now, my machine is a little bit older, so I do like to go forward and backward. It's also a little bit more convenient for taking the die out, but probably one pass would be fine. And these thick steel rule dies will also cut quite thick chipboard or mat board. And there's my completed die. So if we go from there to the thin steel dies that most craft companies are making today, you also need the thicker base plate. So I've got a multi-purpose platform here from the manufacturer of the machine. Like I said, mine is a Sizzix machine, but of course Spellbinders makes a very similar machine. This is a Sizzix Big Shot. Spellbinders sells the Platinum 6. Instead of that hard plate, which is how people originally cut, I'm going to use this magic mat from scrapbook.com. It is 100% worth it. Definitely easy to use. Oh, that blue does not show up well, so I'm going to switch to a lighter color cardstock. In this case, the cardstock goes down first, and I'm going to place the steel dies face down. So I'm going to see the back of the die, and the cutting part of the die is going to go into the cardstock and then the magic mat. So these dies come in a bewildering variety from all kinds of different sources, and these machines come in a variety of sizes. So I do like this traditional size, which is the 6-inch opening, because that was the original size, and as a result, most craft supplies are built for this size of machine. There are smaller machines, but you can be limited from some of those bigger products. And there are also larger machines, but unless you have a very specific need, I would not go for the larger machine because all the supplies cost extra. So all the cutting plates cost extra for the larger versions. I have a Sizzix because that was the one that came out originally. I've been die cutting for over 20 years. But I think if I were shopping today, I would probably go with Spellbinders. And the other thing about Sizzix is if you are buying a Sizzix machine, it is cheaper to buy from Sizzix on Amazon than from Sizzix itself. So I'm going to link a couple of places in the description box in case you want to check out that price difference. This is the embossing folder. There's a raised pattern on one side and a matching debossed space on the other side. We just put our cardstock inside, close the embossing folder, and then we are going to take out the magic mat, and I'm going to flip back a couple of tabs on this multi-purpose platform and put the embossing folder with the cardstock on that multi-purpose platform. There are all kinds of sandwich guides, but I mostly just wing it. You want to feel some resistance as you go through the machine, but you should never force it. So there will be a little bit of effort, but you should not feel like you're getting a workout. If you are pushing down hard, that's too much. Now in this case, it felt a little bit loose, and so I'm actually going to flip back one tab. I think I can do that and still have space. I'm going to put that top plate back on and run it through the machine. Some people do like to spritz their cardstock with a little bit of water for embossing folders. I have never found that to be necessary, but I do live in a very humid climate, so if you are someplace like Arizona, your mileage may vary. So there's the raised pattern from the embossing folder. So those are the different things that we can do with this basic manual die cut machine. Mine is a real workhorse. I've had it for many years, but the cutting plates are a consumable supply. So I always like to keep a brand new pair on hand for when I inevitably decide mine are dead, and I also always have an extra magic mat ready to go. Now I have in the past bought some other things. So this is the Chrome Precision Base Plate, and this was Sizzix's original response when people complained that some of the newer intricate dies did not cut well. But I'm here to tell you, you do not need this. Don't buy it. You want the magic mat. The other thing that I have bought when it came out is this magnetic platform. Do not buy this. The magic mat now comes in a magnetic version, and washi tape also works. Now here's a comparison between the magic mat that I've been using for about a year and a brand new magic mat. You can see how cut up the plates get. And also this is a little harder to see, but the new magic mat is completely flat and the one I've been using is warped. So you can help that by flipping the mat over top to bottom, left to right, but eventually it just has to be replaced. So all of those cuts will transfer to your project, and so eventually you have to replace them. Now here you can't really see how cut up this plate is because of the color, but you can see the crack, and that crack can be dangerous because the plate can break, and when it breaks it will be very sharp. So here's a brand new plate that's never been used, and you can see that it's free of any cut marks. So I hope that this has been useful to somebody, and Lori June, I hope you have fun with your die cutting. Thanks for joining me today.